Welcome to Just Listen Books channel. Immerse yourself in the world of literature as we summarize books and deliver them in audio form. Perfect for your car rides, travels, and daily activities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Let the journey into the world of books begin. Atomic Habits by James Clear is a comprehensive guide on how to build good habits and break bad ones, focusing on small changes that can lead to significant improvements in your life. The core idea of the book is that tiny changes, consistently applied, can yield enormous results over time. The book is structured around 4 main laws of behavior change. Chapter 1. In the first chapter, Make It Obvious, of Atomic Habits, James Clear emphasizes the critical role of awareness in the formation and maintenance of habits. The chapter delves into how our daily routines are often run by a series of habits that we're not fully conscious of. To change our habits, Clear argues, we first need to become acutely aware of them. Key concepts. 1. The invisible habits of everyday life. Clear begins by highlighting how many of our habits are invisible to us. They're automatic and ingrained. He suggests that to change our habits, we must first make them visible. 2. The Habit Scorecard. A tool. Clear introduces for making our habits visible is the Habit Scorecard. This involves writing down the sequence of actions you perform each day and labeling each as an effective, ineffective, or neutral habit. This process brings awareness to habitual behaviors we might overlook. 3. Habit stacking. One of the most significant techniques in this chapter is habit stacking. It involves pairing a new habit with a current habit to build a stronger routine. The formula. Clear suggests is, after current habit, I will new habit. This method helps in seamlessly integrating new habits into your existing routine. 4. Design your environment. Clear also discusses the power of environment design in habit formation. By changing your surroundings, you can make good habits more effortless and bad habits more difficult. For example, if you want to read more, keep a book on your pillow, or if you want to eat healthier, place fruits in a visible spot. 5. The 2-minute rule. While not the main focus of this chapter, Clear touches on the 2-minute rule, which involves scaling down new habits to 2-minute tasks to ensure they are not overwhelming. This makes starting a new habit as easy as possible. 6. Implementation intention. Another strategy discussed is implementation intention, which is a plan you make beforehand about when and where to act. That is, you state your intention to implement a particular behavior at a specific time and place. Impact. This chapter sets the foundation for the rest of the book by stressing the importance of recognizing and understanding our habits. It provides actionable strategies to make our habits more noticeable, thereby giving us the control to change them. By focusing on small adjustments in our daily routines and environment, Clear shows how we can make significant changes in our habits and, consequently, in our lives. Chapter 2. In the chapter Make It Attractive. From Atomic Habits, James Clear focuses on the principle of making your habits appealing to increase the likelihood of sticking to them. He explains that the more attractive an activity is, the more likely it is to become habitual. This chapter offers practical strategies to transform hard-to-stick-to habits into attractive ones. Key concepts. 1. The role of dopamine. Clear begins by explaining the role of dopamine, a neurotransmitter linked to pleasure and motivation, in habit formation. He notes that the anticipation of a reward, not just the reward itself, can motivate us to act. By making our habits attractive, we increase the dopamine release, which drives us to repeat the behavior. 2. Temptation. Bundling. One of the chapter's central techniques is temptation bundling. This involves linking an action you want to do, a pleasurable activity, with an action you need to do, a less pleasurable habit. For instance, you can only listen to your favorite podcast while working out. This creates an immediate reward for engaging in the less desirable habit. 3. Joining a culture where your desired behavior is normal. Clear advises aligning yourself with groups where your desired behavior is the standard behavior. By being part of a culture where your desired habits are normal, it becomes more attractive to practice those habits. Human beings have a strong desire to fit in and conform to the norms of the group they are a part of. 4. Family and friends. Influence. The chapter also discusses the impact of social environment on habit formation. The habits of people around us, particularly friends and family, heavily influence our behaviors. To make a habit more attractive, you can surround yourself with people who practice the desired habit. 5. Reframing your mindset. Clear emphasizes the importance of mindset in making habits attractive. He suggests reframing your perceptions to highlight the benefits of a habit, making it more appealing. For instance, viewing exercise as a way to improve health and feel energetic, rather than as a chore. 6. The role of identity. Lastly, the chapter touches upon the importance of identity in making habits attractive. Adopting an identity that aligns with your desired habits can make them more appealing. For example, thinking of yourself as a runner makes the habit of running more attractive. Impact. This chapter is crucial in understanding how to make lasting changes to your habits. By learning how to make habits more appealing, individuals can increase their motivation and likelihood of sticking to them. The strategies provided by Clear are practical and can be applied to a wide range of habits, making habit formation a more enjoyable and rewarding process. Chapter 3. In the chapter Make It Easy from Atomic Habits, James Clear focuses on the principle of reducing friction to make good habits as effortless as possible. This chapter is all about how the easier you make it to do something, the more likely you are to do it. Clear provides strategies for simplifying habits, arguing that often the best way to a habit is to start with a version that takes 2 minutes or less to do. Key concepts. 1. Law of least effort. Clear begins by discussing the human tendency to follow the path of least resistance. We naturally gravitate towards options that require the least amount of work. By applying this law to our habits, we can make them more effortless and, thus, more sustainable. 2. The 2-minute rule. Central to this chapter is the 2-minute rule, which suggests scaling down new habits until they can be done in 2 minutes or less. This rule is about starting with an easy version of a habit and gradually building up. For example, read before bed each night becomes read 1 page. 3. Ritualizing the habit. Clear discusses the importance of ritualizing the start of a habit. The first 2 minutes of a habit should be the focus, as these are often the hardest to accomplish. By making the start as easy as possible, the rest of the habit often follows more smoothly. 4. Decremental improvement and automation. This section talks about the power of small incremental improvements. Making a habit just 1% easier each time can lead to significant improvements over time. Clear also touches on the role of automation in making habits easier, e.g., automatic bill payments for saving habits. 5. Environment design. Clear reiterates the importance of environment in habit formation, stressing that a well-organized environment can reduce friction and make good habits easier. For instance, keeping your running shoes next to the bed to make it easier to get out for a jog in the morning. 6. Priming the environment. Preparing your environment for the next action can help in effortlessly transitioning into a habit. For example, setting out your yoga mat the night before if you plan to do yoga in the morning. 7. Reducing friction for good habits, increasing it for bad habits. Clear advises making good habits as easy as possible and bad habits hard to do. This might involve removing temptations and unnecessary steps from good habits while adding obstacles to bad habits. Impact. Make It Easy is a crucial chapter in understanding the practicalities of habit formation. Clear's strategies are all about starting small and making tiny adjustments to your environment and routines to make good habits almost automatic. By focusing on ease and simplicity, Clear demonstrates how small changes can lead to significant improvements in the consistency and sustainability of our habits. Chapter 4. In the chapter Make It Satisfying from Atomic Habits, James Clear explores the crucial role of satisfaction in habit formation. He emphasizes that we are more likely to repeat behaviors that are immediately rewarding. This chapter offers strategies to make habits satisfying, ensuring they are not only adopted, but also maintained over time. Key concepts. 1. The cardinal rule of behavior. Change. Clear starts by stating the cardinal rule of behavior change. What is immediately rewarded is repeated. What is immediately punished is avoided. He argues that to make a habit stick, it needs to be satisfying. 2. The importance of immediate rewards. Clear discusses the importance of immediate rewards in habit formation. He explains that the human brain is wired to prioritize immediate rewards over delayed ones. To leverage this, he suggests adding a form of immediate gratification to your habits. 3. Habit trackers. One of the central techniques in this chapter is the use of habit trackers. A habit tracker is a simple tool to measure whether you did a habit, like marking an X on a calendar. Clear explains that habit trackers provide visual proof of your success, which is inherently satisfying and motivating. 4. The pleasure of completion. Clear emphasizes the pleasure that comes from completing a task. The act of recording completion in a habit tracker can become a small but satisfying ritual in itself, reinforcing the habit. 5. Habit contracts. Another strategy discussed is creating a habit contract. This involves making a contract with a friend or family member that stipulates your commitment to a habit and the consequences of not following through, which can add an element of accountability and satisfaction. 6. Rewarding good habits. Clear advises tying an enjoyable reward to the completion of a good habit. For example, if you enjoy watching an episode of your favorite show, you can make it a reward for after a workout session. 7. Identity and satisfaction. The chapter concludes with the idea that the most satisfying reward for any habit is the transformation of identity. When habits help reinforce who we want to become, they become intrinsically satisfying. Impact. This chapter is key in understanding the role of positive reinforcement in habit formation. Clear's strategies focus on making habits not only effective but also enjoyable, thereby increasing the likelihood of their adoption and long-term maintenance. By linking habits to immediate satisfaction, Clear provides practical advice on how to make behavior changes stick. The book also covers advanced tactics like how to find and fix the causes of your bad habits, how to get back on track after slipping up, and how to tailor the principles to your own life. Clear's writing combines personal anecdotes with scientific research, making Atomic Habits an accessible and practical guide to behavior change. It's not just about making a particular change, but about understanding the process of change itself, which can be applied to any aspect of life. This summary offers a more detailed look into Atomic Habits by James Clear, covering its key concepts and practical advice in greater depth. For a comprehensive understanding of the book's full scope and depth, reading the complete book is highly recommended. You can find the link in the description. Please note that it's an affiliate link, which means that purchasing the book through this link not only gets you a great read, but also supports our channel's growth. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Your support means the world to us. Click subscribe and hit the bell to be the first to enjoy our upcoming audiobooks. Together, let's continue this amazing journey through stories and tales.